Hey Gemini, this is your general reading for March of 2017. I want to thank you guys for being so supportive and I'm just so grateful for you guys. I really appreciate it. All your support, all your likes, all your subscribes, everything. I had my notes, but I got rid of them. I don't know where I put them. But I do want to say that if you see my video on a different channel, please report the channel. I see it happen to other tarot readers. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I figure I might as well get that out of the way just in case it does happen. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Follow me on my Twitter. I haven't done anything much with it yet. Follow it, don't follow it, I don't care. But I will start making that like an extension of this. I do like weekly card pulls. I haven't done one this week just because of everything else that's happening. But yeah, I want to make that like an extension of this channel. I'm still giving personal readings. I will extend the discount through March just because, I don't know, I just felt like it. My intuition told me to do it, so I figured I might as well continue doing it. Shout out to everybody that got a reading from me. I'm excited to do more. I love doing them, especially when it's more specific. I know I'm forgetting something. Yeah, if you're subscribed to me, make sure you enable notifications because now that's the thing you have to do. So if you didn't see my videos for last month, or you want to keep being reminded of when I release new videos, just there's like a bell next to the subscription thing. Especially, I don't know, it's like a little bell. It should be next to the red subscribe button. So just click that or enable it in your settings. I don't know, YouTube's weird. So yeah, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, general readings. Again, if you want more information or if you want something more specific, just get a personal reading from me. Just email me. All that information is down below. Now, with every other sign I've done so far, I've tried not to go back into the past reading because I feel like with the new moon in Aquarius, it really brought in all this new energy. And I think the lunar new moon has happened since then. But I still had to like bring up the past readings anyway. So I'll see what shows up for you guys. What I feel like has been important for you guys, Gemini, in most of your readings, at least in the ones I've done since I've started this channel, is about just really letting go. Letting go, not being evasive, because Gemini is very smart energy, in that I feel like when shady things are happening, or when somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, you know when it's happening. But for you, it's mainly just about not being afraid to speak what's on your mind and get that out in the open. And that's what I really got in that last reading, which somebody told me that it was like I was telling the history of time, which I love. Like, please. If I could live forever, I would just live just to observe everything, not necessarily interact with it, but just observe. So I thought that was cool. And history's fun. I'm a history nerd. So yeah. Astrologically, at least, by the time I'm recording these, we're upon the new moon eclipse in Pisces. So depending on what kind of Gemini you are, like what degree when you were born, that will affect you all in different ways. But the Pisces energy squaring Gemini, it's all about just things are intentionally becoming hard for you with regards to trusting your intuition, with regards to seeing things in a different way, with regards to trying to approach situations in a way that you don't normally see them, Gemini. And Gemini is an energy. You're very you're very mutable, of course. You're a mutable air sign. But when it comes to actually addressing the more deeper, intuitive, emotional side of yourself, it's not the easiest. And this will affect you guys in your 10th house, your career. So essentially, how the world sees you, but how you choose to project yourself out into the world at large, beyond, it's more like along the lines of what you intend to do for the rest of your life. That sort of big picture, um, that sort of big picture, long term sort of vision that you have for yourself with regards to where you want to be. Uh, either how you want to make yourself right now or where you plan to be years down the road. Depending on how old you are, how far along in your journey you are. So I'm using Tarot of the Illuminati, very popular deck. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups reversed. In the center of the reading, we have the Hangman. We have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Princess of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. The Fool in reverse. Six of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Cups reversed. All right. So things have, it feels like things have probably hit a standstill, or that things have just slowed down considerably. And I'm seeing this in regards to, okay, I'm going to do it with love, and I'm also going to try to keep it as general as possible. I really get the sense that a lot of you have undergone, or you're certainly dealing with an energy right now that is very tense, very, the word traumatic came up. I don't know. Again, it's general reading. It could apply to different people. And if it's not traumatic, or if it's not something that you feel like you're trapped in, it's definitely a constricting energy. It's definitely an energy that you feel as if you are obligated to it. So for some of you, this is a relationship, or this is a job, or this is a state of thinking. Ultimately it is. I'm mainly referencing the Six of Swords in reverse, swords, thoughts, communication. And I feel like for most of you, all of your future actions are predicated upon how you've thought about them in the past. You're ruminating. You're I think maybe Virgo got a similar message, but you're definitely, the energy right now is sort of introspective, or at least that's what's required. I'm getting the sense. Or you've been in this period of introspection, and it's ongoing through the first half of March. And that you're carefully, what I feel like you guys should be doing, or what you are in the process of doing already, is you're looking back on this sort of, the state of your relationship, or the state of your job situation. You're analyzing the state of things. And you're trying to, because you want to make a move. You want to, this Fool in reverse came up for a lot of signs when I did my last reading. I think you guys got it, but I'm not entirely sure. But again, there's this pause. There's this, things are on hold. But I think that I don't think you are upset at that, or that's not what you want. Maybe you are, or maybe you should, if you guys are feeling sort of restless or unnerved. drink in that silence. The Hangman in a lot of decks corresponds to Pisces. So the general message is to actually take a time out, at least mentally and spiritually, because I feel like there's a part of you that's sort of running yourself ragged, or you're confusing yourself, you're overthinking things, or you're seeing things in a way that isn't entirely, you're not seeing things the way they're meant to be seen. And when I say that, it's that, the universe gives us messages, people give us messages, situations give us messages, showing us exactly, explicitly how it is. Because more often than not, I can probably say with some certainty, whatever you're dealing with now, it's not new. You've dealt with it before, especially if it's within a relationship, like a romantic relationship. You've dealt with whatever this person is dealing to you before. If this is a job situation, things are actually probably okay. But I always get the sense that with a lot of job situations, we always know we can make more money or we can get promoted. At least that's how I see things. And that you are trying to analyze the steps, or what you should do is analyze what steps you can take in order to bring more money in, or to start to reignite some sort of passion within your job opportunities. But for others of you, I feel like within a love relationship, within a romantic relationship, things just seem like they're on hold, and that somebody else is controlling pretty much the tempo and the direction, the speed of the relationship. What's going to be required of you is to analyze what sort of actions you need to take in order to get out of this. It could be with regards to a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm going to pull a clarifier. I'm just going to throw down some more cards. I'm not looking at anything in particular. I just want to know more. We have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this is a relationship, your soulmate, and they all sort of just gravitated toward that Queen of Cups. So for a lot of you, this is a situation in which you're dealing with someone right now who is emotionally off balance. Somebody who shows you one side of themselves one day and then the next day it's or even in the same day, it's like you don't even know who this person is. They might be drinking a lot. Gemini, it's imperative that I feel like you're working against yourself. Whenever I see the High Priestess reverse, that's an energy. We naturally have these tools at our disposal. The tools to our intuition. We have that knowledge because the High Priestess, she offers the knowledge to anyone who seeks it. And so when she's reversed, it's questioning, are you actually seeing things for how they really are? Are you seeing things for as how they need to be seen? This Hangman here is so crucial. You're dealing with someone who is either they're just sneaky, you can't quite get a full sense of what they're doing, sense of what secrets they might sort of have. High Priestess reverse secrets. And I feel like a lot of you, it's so crucial for you to trust your intuition. Because you're thinking about everything. You're thinking about, and you might be thinking about it in a negative way. I feel like it's going to be so important for you guys to be as objective as you can with yourself as possible with this Princess of Swords here. Maybe you've acquired some sort of news, or maybe you guys are going to do a little digging yourself because you are curious now, or it's required that you just have a leap of faith. But something's holding you back. I see for a lot of you, you're easily going to return back to this person thinking that things can work. You're going to try to communicate with this person and going to try to see if you can come to a similar understanding or some sort of breakthrough, because that's what you ultimately desire. But for some reason, it's like something's holding this person holding you back because, okay, I'm getting another message. For some of you, it's not all doom and gloom. It's not to the point where somebody is, this is the end of it. This person is a black hole and they're just drowning you and you're just like over it. For some of you, all you need to do is actually just be more forthright in your communication. Again, say what's on your mind. Realize that any sort of hesitation, any sort of there's something a part of yourself, a part of your attitude, a part of you seeing this relationship, it truly needs to be let go of. I really feel like in order to get to this Ace of Wands, it's crucial for you to take the time out to understand what is hindering you from progressing in this relationship. Because a lot of you, it's not like this relationship is built on anything shaky. Emotionally, it's a different story. Emotionally, a lot of you guys have a lot to get out on the table. Emotionally, not only that, but maybe even in terms of sexual sort of excitement. I feel like things are probably just a little bit dead right now. Things are a little bit just sort of, again, I'm getting this stasis. I'm getting this stagnancy. And I feel like there's a practical step there's something that can be implemented within this relationship that it won't turn everything in your favor, but I feel like if you follow your intuition, if you don't constantly ignore what is just right on the outside of your periphery, if you're trusting your intuition, I don't think it can steer you wrong. Excuse me. Because ultimately you're holding yourself back. This can be even within a job situation. You're despondent. You'll never find a job, but because you've dealt with terrible job prospects in the past, you've worked at shitty places, you've never felt like you can be yourself. I mean, but the thing is, if you need money or if you want some sort of progression in terms of some excitement in your job opportunities, you're going to have to go and search for it yourself. And if you're in a relationship, you two need to do something. One, you need to let go of an old way of thinking about things or an old way of seeing things that's hindering you. You have to get your emotions out on the table. Everything. And I feel like if that's the case, before you even move on, because some of you, it might be somebody's, I don't know, for some reason I'm getting it might be somebody's birthday, or there might be something really exciting happening in the future that you're just like, okay, you're ready to start this with this person, or you're ready to make this move, or you're ready to do something. But if you don't address the problems that you're having within this relationship, within this marriage, within this foundation, it's not going to end well, because at the end of the day, you're choosing to ignore something. I want to say is directly attached to to the words you have between this person, or what you two brought into this relationship prior. If you're not willing to address that, then going forward, it's going to be even more difficult to try to bring that up. It's going to be even more difficult to try to reach some sort of breakthrough, I guess, to make some sort of progression. Because, again, Gemini, it's very important that you don't hold your intuition captive. Okay. I guess that's the general message. That's the moral of the story, Gemini. So I'm going to pull one more card from the Osho deck. I fell in love with this deck after I got it. Because it's a Zen method. We have the Fool. So I'm going to read what it says in the book. I mean, we all know what the Fool is, but I just love the explanations of the cards in this deck. A fool is one who goes on trusting. A fool is one who goes on trusting against all his experience. You deceive him and he trusts you. And you deceive him again and he trusts you. And you deceive him again and he trusts you. Then you will say that he is a fool. He does not learn. His trust is tremendous. His trust is so pure that nobody can corrupt it. Be a fool in the Taoist sense, in the Zen sense. Don't try to create a wall of knowledge around you. Whatsoever experience comes to you, let it happen, and then go on dropping it. Go on cleaning your mind continuously. Go on dying to the past so you can remain in the present. Here now, as if just born, just a babe. In the beginning, it is going to be very difficult. The world will start taking advantage of you. Let them. They are poor fellows. Even if you are cheated and deceived and robbed, let it happen, because that which is really yours cannot be robbed from you. That which is really yours, nobody can steal from you. And each time you don't allow situations to corrupt you, that opportunity will become an integration inside. Your soul will become more crystallized. So just think about that, Gemini. And the situation probably isn't even that dire, that serious. But I feel like any little small bit of advice, any sort of small little chip at what is, that we're caging ourselves in, just one little chip away at that does a lot. And it's an ongoing process. And I feel like a lot of messages come into our lives constantly because we just need to be reminded of them. So thank you so much, Gemini. If you like this, like it. Subscribe if you haven't. I will be back later in the month for your mid-month. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.